Hey, all you cool dogs and puppers. I'm Nicola Bosco, and this is In the Nona with a slightly different background. I am the dog mom, and yes, I am referencing the Netflix documentary Tiger King. So if you've been watching it, you know what quarantine life is all about. So let's get to it. First of all, we'd like to jump right into the Wolfgang Bakery Dog of the Month, and that is Sir Windsor. Sir Windsor is a 6-month-old miniature schnauzer who loves anything to do with his family and loves to go on long walks with the family's other dog, Rosie. So no other better time than quarantine for Sir Windsor. Am I right? All those dogs are loving the extra quality time, maybe a little extra belly rubs going on. Lots of love and attention. So if you guys want to submit your dog of the month to Nona Hood News, you can submit at any time. The link is nona.link/dog. Nona.link/dog. And that will be for Dog of the Month, featured in the edition, any edition of Nona Hood News, the monthly newspaper. So congratulations to Sir Windsor and his owner, Emily Rosinski. And I apologize if I pronounced your last name wrong. Speaking of dogs, you know, one thing to do for quarantine is to stock up on the essentials. And if you see what my hat says, this is my new puppy. And he's a feisty little one. So we are opening it up. We need a new name for this guy, right? Because it can't be Czar Jr., but we need a new name. And so help me pick the final 3 names that I've narrowed it down to. And that's going to be either Xander, that's Xander, Zander, because I need another Z name for Czar, or there's Enzo or Hardy. Xander, Enzo, or Hardy. So I need you guys to help me pick out what is your favorite name for this guy. He is a little vocal, that's for sure, but I love him already. Like I said, there's no better time to train a pup than during quarantine, keeping me busy. That is for sure. And yes, for those of you wondering, Czar does, feel a little bit replaced, but they have gotten along just fine in the last couple of days. I've had him for about, I think I picked him up, I think it was Tuesday of last week. So it's been a little bit on the DL for the last couple of days. Let me know in the comments what name you guys like. That photo that you guys are seeing was taken as of this morning. And it's safe to say that they have gotten along. And Hardy is Hardy. There's actually a country artist named Hardy, and my boyfriend actually suggested it. So let's see what you guys like. Because he's a darker red, we're always thinking, should it be a country name? Because it doesn't quite, it's got to be something good. It's got to be something unique. And of course, he's going to have an Instagram just like Czar does. I know, I need a life. So let's move on to our next one, talking about the best of Nona. So last week, you guys may have heard that I mentioned the nominations were open and that they were going to close on Friday. Just kidding. Because everyone's in quarantine, we decided to go ahead and extend the nominations. So go ahead and go to nona.link/best. That's nona.link/best. You'll see it on the little ticker below on the screen. Submit your local businesses that are your favorites. There's no better time to show support for them other than now. A lot of the shops are closing because we're all issued to stay at home. So support them by nominating them for the Best of Nona 2019. Remember, those businesses and individuals have been around for the year of 2019. So if they open at any point within January of 2019 to maybe they just opened their doors December of 2019, you can still nominate them. So we have the nominations open for another week. So that'll be this Friday, April 10th at noon is when we're going to go ahead and close those nominations. Then we'll tally them up, and then we'll get on to the Best of Nona voting period, which will be all of the nominations that you guys suggested. And we'll see who will come out on top as the Best of Nona 2019. Moving on up to the summer camp guide for Nona Hood News. So we did a summer camp edition in the April edition that you should be seeing in your mailboxes any day now if you haven't already. And this summer camp guide is intended for all of those local businesses with their summer camps and their summer courses that are going on. Yes, summer is right around the corner. I know what day is it, right? What number day quarantine are we in? The summer camp guide is right around the corner. So for any of your businesses that are wanting to promote your camp and courses, go ahead and submit them to nona.link/summercamp. And please submit that by Monday, April 20th, no later. And that will guarantee your spot in the May edition for print. Again, you can sign up at nona.link/summercamp, and you'll see the pricing there as well. Moving on to nonaconnect.com. So if you guys haven't heard already, we do have Nona Connect, which has been revamped into our resource platform for all things COVID-19. So if you have any information, any questions, or if you're just curious about what businesses are open or what's going on, what's the most up-to-date news, this is the portal for you. Okay, so it's nonaconnect.com. You'll find everything regarding COVID-19. And again, if you have any questions, please submit them. If you guys saw a couple days ago, we did a live medical roundtable with a few of the local Lake Nona doctors, and they were answering some of your questions that were submitted on that form. So please, if you have any other questions, we will be doing more live streams featuring some health and wellness and mental health, and any other suggestions that you guys have. We will be doing plenty of live streams to keep you guys all in the know in all things happening in the Nona. Speaking of COVID-19, we've been, some people are saying trapped inside the homes, but we all know that it's for the greater good. But we have been staying at home, or at least I hope you have been, unless you're an essential worker. And thank you for all of the essential workers out there. But we want to know, what are some of the cool and creative ideas that you guys are doing to kind of keep your sanity and keep you from getting bored? And, I'm watching a lot of Netflix, a lot of Hulu, and that gets old very quick. No one wants to be a couch potato for too long. And I need some ideas. And I know there are plenty of other people out there like me that are thinking, hey, what else can I do? We heard Kyle, our typical camera operator, and he's also coworker. He created a beach in his garage. Yeah, shout out to you, Kyle. So we need to see your photos and videos of how you're thinking outside of the box and having fun and staying creative during quarantine. So submit all those photos and videos to nona.link/quarantinethena. So that's QUARTINTHENONA. Tried to do a little play on the words there, but send us them. And you just may be featured in next week's episode. We will be going live again. And I'd love to be able to get some of you on here, talk about your ideas, talk about what the inspiration was, and was it effective or not? And I'd love to see how it goes. Remember, send them, okay? You can tag me on social media. It's at Stay in the Nona. That's Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Or you can submit them in the paper form, which is, again, it's nona.link/QUARTINTHENONA, and we'll have that in the chat here for you guys to reference as well. And speaking of some other things that people are doing to kind of show their support during quarantine is showing the Hearts for Healthcare Workers. And I briefly touched on this the previous episode, but this is something where people are taking, whether it's construction paper or like poster board, and they're pink and red hearts, and you're plastering them all over your front door or your mailbox. So that way those healthcare workers who are driving to and from work can see that, the community supports them, and we recognize everything that they're doing and taking their time out, because it's not just a couple hours, they're spending days and days and days there. So we want to show all of our support for them as a community. Let's come together and help them out just by putting some hearts on our doors and our mailboxes. And I actually had a statement from that. So where we came across it was from Dr. Will Felix's wife. We actually spoke with Dr. Will Felix in our medical roundtable live stream just a couple days ago. And so this is what she posted. It says, my husband is an ER physician and on the front lines of this pandemic with tons of nurses and healthcare workers that are required to go to work. They've taken oaths to help others in times like these. They are stressed and many scared, yet coming home with brave faces for their families. We are constantly washing and cleaning everything in order to keep this virus at bay from our own families. I know this isn't much and there's not a lot we can really do being quarantined, but I'm asking for everyone that's able to prominently display a big red or pink heart on your front door or mailbox so that when these healthcare workers are on their way to work to care for people like us, they see that people like us care about them. A little encouragement can go a long way. This is a great project for the little ones, especially because, their spring break got extended and they're all home doing distance learning. Let's cover our doors with hearts. Please join me in my project, Hearts for Healthcare Workers. Share the love for these selfless heroes. Brighten their day. Share photos of your front doors and mailbox on our page. Let's spread our appreciation instead of the virus. I agree with that. So the trending hashtag is Hearts for Healthcare Workers. So I think if everyone came together, I really think it would make even just putting a smile on the doctors' faces when they're on their way to and from work. I can't imagine the amount of grief that they're having to go through and all the stress that they're having to deal with coming home and having to isolate themselves. I know Dr. Felix mentioned he's having to strip down basically in his garage and take several showers just to make sure that they kind of feel clean and that's safe enough to go around. And shout out to you, Courtney. I see you. We got 1 vote for Hardy. So please, guys, if you have an opinion, help me name my new puppy, Czar's little brother, and a potential co-host for In the Nona. The names, again, are Xander, Enzo, and Hardy. Please comment on this video so that way I can kind of get a little feel of where everyone's at, because I've been trying to narrow it down for about a week, and that list has gone down from probably 30 names to the final 3. So, and of course, Andrew, he's a little bit biased. That's why he's saying Hardy for sure. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any questions for me, wondering what I'm doing, sometimes I wonder what I'm doing during quarantine too, because again, I almost forgot that it was Monday, and on Saturday, I thought it was Friday. So we're hanging in there slowly but surely. We'll get through this together. Again, any questions that you guys have for me, go ahead and put them in the chat. We can kind of talk a bit, go through this. But guys, to stay in the know, make sure you go visit on social media. It's at Stay in the Nona. And again, that's Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. The biggest takeaway I want you guys to hear from this episode, make sure you get out there and support your community. You don't have to go to the actual businesses to be able to show your support. There's ways to do it. Okay, we have the live streams, we have the Best of Nona. And again, please submit your creative ways on how to stay sane during quarantine for COVID-19. Okay, guys, stay safe. I'll see you next week.